if they do end up in grand finals against these two, or even losers finals against these two, they'll have to come back with another plan.
Yes, and Fox and Monkey, they are going to be placed themselves in a situation where they're going to be fighting the winner against Zyphal and Who versus Tej and Aloof. The winner of those two will be the ones facing Fox and Monkey, JJ Rockets, and Tanark. But on the other side of the winners, we have MkLeo&Raito versus Ice Climbers, which is Sejun and Zaki, double Day. So that's going to be an interesting set. But for now, I'm pretty sure we're going to be catching up on loser side.
Yep. Giant Killing versus 1, I believe.
Yes.
Not sure if it's a 1 or an I or what.
Oh, it's a 1.
Okay.
Probably John told me that probably Hitots as in like first place or something like that. They could be trying to sneak their way through first place. You never know.
Never know. That'll be Rain and Nene.
Rain, notable yesterday for defeating Raito right before top 8 and upsetting him, going towards top 8 on the winner's side. And Giant killing Sugi and Yu, which is practically another Japanese team. So we have on both top 8s for doubles and singles a lot of Japanese players.
A bit of a team kill going on in this particular match if it is going to happen on stream.
Yeah, but of course, those of you who are fans of the Philippine scene, we do have Regulus, who is in the top 8 of singles, which is going to be played after doubles. And once we finish doubles, we're going to be transitioning to singles. And Philippines representative is here, and of course, Japanese top players, Raito, Rain.
Those guys are playing on the Korean stream right now, actually.
Okay.
Right over there. So that is Heyday Studios, the channel name. If you want to go check that out.
So feel free to check. Feel free to type in the chat !bracket, and you not only will you have the access to the Smash GG bracket of this tournament, but also the side streaming, which is going to be in Korean. But of course, we'll have separate matches there that will definitely be of interest.
It's never a bad idea to learn some Korean. You never know.
Yeah, never a bad idea.
Right now, like, we have a lot of Japanese players in PGR, but if you've seen singles yesterday, then you will know that Korea is formidable. We're getting there.
Yeah, a lot of Korean players and the representatives of this country barely had the opportunity to go into top 8. But right now, we are in doubles right now. We're going to be fighting on the winner's semis right now. MkLeo&Raito versus Ice Climbers. Ice Climbers, which is Sejun and Zaki, both going day-to-day. So we're going to have a lot of day-to-day action, a lot of Gordos, Nairs, and of course, a lot of inhales and the classic day-to-day double team follow, inhaling your own teammates so that they can follow with an up air. So I would like to see how they're going to fare against MkLeo&Raito, which they could do it, but
they could.
It's a tough deal.
Day and like in doubles, like heavies are normally not considered very high tier, with maybe the exception of Bowser. And Day in particular is like maybe considered the worst heavy because his projectile is reflectable by everything and anything. So, but this is doubles, and doubles heavies is a very legitimate thing.
Especially when you have two day-to-days who they went a smooth sailing all the way. They had a little bit of a difficulty. They had no difficulty. They went all 2-0.
Wow.
They won 2-0 on all of their sets all the way towards winner semis. So they're pretty strong. Very strong team. Taking out a lot of teams as well. And now, of course, they took out Meme Team, which is comprised of Linzo
and Guild.
Linzo on a nail-biter set yesterday versus Raito, which he could have made an upset, but Raito made the adjustments and got it through.
Raito and Zaki both, I believe, actually.
And Linzo, a young prodigy of South Korea, definitely making his way through. And South Korea?
Guild, I would say, is also a very talented player. He has a great understanding of the game itself, but not quite on Linzo's level, I would say. But those two together, they were dominating doubles in the Korean scene so far. And to see this double DDD just 2-0 them, it's pretty surprising for me, at least.
Yeah, and now they have their obstacle right in front of the MkLeo&Raito.
Best two players in the venue.
Yes, definitely. The top 2 seeds of this tournament, of course, #1 seed in the doubles bracket. I would like to see how the Ice Climbers team, Sejun and Zaki, are going to fare against them, because I wonder if they had any experience with what I like to say an S-tier team.
Right. Well, this is, I believe, their first time even playing together. And I'm pretty sure they only teamed up because they are both pretty well known. Like, what's his name? Zaki, obviously, a great Japanese player and well known in his respect. And Sejun, his Smash career is maybe somewhat newer, but he's very well known as the Pokemon Master.
Yes, and a previous winner too.
Very true, with his Pachirisu signature.
Ooh. So a lot of fans of the Pokemon community, you get to have your witness on Sejun Park's prowess on this game, especially in doubles, which he is quite formidable.
Yep.
Defeating a lot of players through the bracket alongside his partner, Zaki.
I'm hearing DDDs all over the place.
Days. If anybody who are in the elementary school, if they would like to learn the alphabet with us, day definitely is a good practice for your pronunciation on the hard letters.
Yeah, it is no surprise that Sejun is good in doubles because he's been playing 2v2s in Pokemon as well. He knows how the concept of supports go.
Yeah.
Which is something that most doubles players, if you're new to it especially, do not grasp well.
Yes, and this might be, as much as he has really good knowledge, tries to go for that again, the self-inhale just to get a follow-up, which can catch some people off guard, but I'm pretty sure Raito and Leo might take advantage of that, so I wonder if they're going to use that, play it smartly.
So double DDD is tough for players who aren't used to this like matchup even. Who gets to see DDDs play in singles even, but in doubles, that's going to be a whole new experience.
Yes,
but
sir.
We are talking about MkLeo and Raito.
Yes, and they are doing a really good job just closing down stocks since both of them are sword players.
Right. They can clear out those Gordos going their way pretty easily with those disjointed hitboxes of theirs. And they're just letting these two DDDs off stage. They're just allowing them to throw out these Gordos while they just claim center stage. But
ooh, good stuff by Sejun. Just taking out Raito, expecting him to roll back, calling it out. Good play.
That dash attack can always...
And another kill. Yo, Sejun is putting that work.
Who says I'm playing support? I'm going to be the one who gets the kills is what he's saying right now. But
he definitely is bringing his Pokemon mentality of winning all the way down to this doubles match as well, trying to take stocks. So this is actually almost a relatively even match because, you know, despite the percentages, since both Day are heavy, they can have a little bit of a better survivability.
But they are getting a bit bullied right now. But MkLeo does get caught out by that stray Gordo.
And double Gordo going out, kind of covering both the platform and the main stage, making it very difficult for both MkLeo and Raito to approach. Definitely have to take a little bit of time.
Definitely. And, oh, MkLeo barely dodging that, getting hit by that Gordo with a nicely timed boomerang.
And still living though. And right now, this is a dangerous situation because as much as every player here are quite not going to go a little bit too aggressive on the approaches. Oh, man. This is almost even. Gets the stock there with the call-out by Raito. And now this is a position where I'm pretty sure MkLeo wants to target switch towards Zaki. Gets the edge guard. That's actually a really good edge guard because Lucina was not at a very high percent either.
And suddenly, we have a stock lead going for Ice Climbers right now. And Zaki is at high percent, but as we have been saying, this is a DDD.
Yes, sir. And right now, definitely scaling back, but that force smash is barely outspacing it.
Taking it right back.
And nice air dodge by Sejun, recovering. Zaki wisely going towards the aid of his partner so that Leo does not get the edge guard. But right now, Sejun getting sandwiched a little bit, and of course, getting a lot of percent. Zaki's in a dangerous position. He wants to try to save Sejun, but Raito doing a really good mix-up situation, kind of covering both on the target switches.
So these Gordos are definitely something you can deal with in singles because you have a lot of time to see where they are going and whether you're going to be able to hit them or not. In doubles, it's a lot more hectic.
Yes.
But despite all that...
Oh, guess the DI, I think, there too. Wow.
It was a pretty back and forth, even game going into that last stock situation for everybody. But once we got in there, MkLeo and Raito showed who's boss.
Yes.
Very dominant play from them in that last stock. I think they ended up with like 20 and 40% each.
So it was actually a pretty formidable performance on this match right now. So since this is a best of 5, so we have a lot of games for both Sejun and Zaki to adapt and formulate a new plan as day-to-day. But of course, MkLeo and Raito will take all those matches to the as much as possible so that they can try to download Ice Climbers and see what kind of plans they can go through with it.
All right, we are going into game 2. Double Gordos, double Spikies versus double Swordies.
FD definitely wants to make situations where the Gordo can have a lot of good stage control.
This is definitely a DDD's favorite stage. I'm surprised that it wasn't banned out of the series.
It is a best of 5, so there will be no bans. Okay. Immediately target switches. Raito right now is a little bit in a sandwich situation, but Zaki elects to not sandwich Raito because if he tries to sandwich Raito, MkLeo is right behind him.
And
good recognition by Leo right there. Tries to immediately kind of expect the immediate team save because he knows that if he tries to charge and attack, there's going to be an interrupt.
Right.
All right.
And also good from, I forget who it was that was off stage, but it seemed like a situation where they wouldn't be able to get back in time to save him from the shield break, but throwing out that Gordo, that was perfect. But the first stock out of Sejun has been lost.
Yeah, and although this is not a bad lead, but guess that stock there. Right now, we're still seeing a similar situation in game 1 where right there, again, Zaki survives on the first stock despite being high percent. Similar situation with game 1. Red team doing formidably well for this match as well.
And I actually just got why they're called the Ice Climbers. 2 Hammer Bros, actually.
I mean, wobbling doesn't exist in the Ultimate game, but they definitely trying to go for the wobbling as much as possible. Unfortunate Gordo going to Zaki. Got that counter attack. You got to be careful for the Gordo. The sword can reflect it back.
That couldn't have been expected because Sejun spit Zaki right into the middle of those two, probably to get a nair hitting in both directions, but it actually jumps right into the Gordo. They're going for that team combo again.
Yeah, and right now trying to do their best, sandwiching both Leo and Raito with Gordo and a stage presence control. So right now, yeah, Sejun wisely rolling out. Leo almost catches it, but we're now in a situation where it's a slight advantage for Red Team, but Sejun has to be very wise when it comes to approaching because his percentage is really high.
Very high. And this percentage, even a DDD can easily be killed with a strong smash attack or even a strong kill.
Yeah, and right now, opportunity for the Red Team to see if they can extend the lead because Raito and Leo are high percent. And remember, when you're 3 stocks like that, offset on the stocks, and both of you are high percent, it's a very dangerous situation. Sejun loses the stock.
And Zaki is in an edge-guarded situation, but yeah, Red Team Ice Climbers really want to clear these stocks out quickly. Finally gets Raito's second stock. And if they can get an early kill onto Leo right now, they'll be huge for them.
Yeah, but Leo, and
there it is.
Stock there. Good stuff. Zaki chasing him in the air.
And now we have Raito in a 2v1 situation.
Of course, in a situation like this, in my opinion, Raito has to target switch towards Sejun because it's better to, it might be good to kill Zaki right now and maybe deal with Sejun, but Sejun's lower percent. So rather than that, risk getting hit a couple times and make sure that you get a little bit of a counter attack. But no, Zaki not having any of it, and that should be it. Wow, going deep for that edge guard.
That intimidation factor was huge right there. Double hammers going in, and if you have seen from Banana Soup's at Banana Supreme's Twitter account, we had a player spotlight coming into Uprising, and Sejun, he can get some nasty reads with that charged up hammer.
Yeah, and he's not the person who's going to be like, oh, let me just do a rock, paper, scissors situation. I'm just going to guess 33. He knows how to figure out habits. He is a top player on Pokemon, and that also makes him really good at reading the opponent onto their habits and, of course, their influences.
And that's what makes him so good in Ultimate. It's a much more mind game based game, I would say.
Yeah, and we have a switch by Leo. He is switching to Chrom.
Finally going into his Chrom, the one that he announced was going to be playing as a secondary. We haven't seen it. We've been seeing more of his Link, but finally we get the father and daughter combination coming in.
Yes,
Full Fire Emblem.
Because, you know, this is the first time MkLeo&Raito has dropped a game in this doubles tournament. So Sejun and Zaki proving themselves to be a formidable opponent, but of course Lucina and Chrom, they are scary characters.
You say this is the first time Leo and Raito dropped the game, but that could be the same for Ice Climbers since they haven't lost a single game coming up to here either.
Yes, indeed, and that is a testament to just how strong Sejun and Zaki are and just how good South Korea can be, and they're proving themselves to go relatively even against MkLeo&Raito.
Which is pretty surprising, especially with these two characters, like low-tier heavies.
You don't expect to see a lot of Day catches
nice.
that edge guard. Good stuff.
Zaki showing that hammers are what makes swords. And I am not making you a star today.
Yeah, you cannot be a backsmith without a hammer. And of course, Ice Climbers doing a fantastic job, getting really good calls on the edge guards.
Nice
Still going to be
parry.
living. Oh, yes. Unfortunately, Zaki was at a very high percent. So, and wow. That is one thing about Chrom. Chrom is very susceptible of losing a stock relatively early. Okay. All right, Nair coming out. Sejun is getting sandwiched, but immediately tries to exhaust the double jump to get himself into a situation to avoid that.
And immediately separating MkLeo away, and Raito away from the middle group. Like Leo and Raito seem to be preferring. I think both players are playing, both teams are playing the game plan that they prefer to be. Raito and Leo getting center stage and kind of packing up together so they can swing out their disjointed hitboxes to cover pretty much everything. Meanwhile, Sejun and Zaki wanted each claim one side and throw out Gordos.
Oh, but right there, Zaki going a little greedy, just landing on the stage, and of course, MkLeo&Raito there. Whenever you land regularly on stage, they're gonna take advantage of that. And wow. Gets that upbeat kill. That Chrom upbeat does send you down.
And suddenly, this is becoming a very good lead from Raito and Leo. But that hammer, bros.
Yeah,
a second one.
And we have an even situation.
Just like that, this game has become dead even.
Yeah, Raito's smiling a little bit. He's recognizing just how fun this game is, but also very challenging because tries to get a little bit of a percentage right there by Leo, but Sejun and Zaki proving themselves to be at a nerve-wracking situation right now. They can take game 3. Sejun at a high percent. MkLeo has not been touched yet. But as I say that, get that counter, and right now we're in a situation where MkLeo&Raito is at a 2v1 against Zaki.
All right. Any character is going to struggle in a 2v1, and that is it.
Yeah, MkLeo knew right there. Oh, man, let me just go for it, man. Because he could have, of course, if Day were to insta up B out of there, he could immediately do up B reverse and just recover back normally.
Right.
But at that point, since he saw that he didn't get the up B in time, immediately, let me just take you down, man.
Going for the Chrom side because he can, even if he wasn't his last stock, he would have survived. He would have won because Raito was sitting there perfectly healthy, perfectly with his one stock to take that win, and we are going to game 4.
Yes, sir.
2-1 lead for MkLeo&Raito.
And this is already an intense winner semis, opposite from the other side of the semis.
Right.
But Sejun and Zaki right now thinking real hard. This Chrom and Lucina definitely paying off towards MkLeo&Raito. But we're seeing another switch. We're seeing Roy now.
A bit more kill power compared to Chrom, I believe.
And of course, his recovery up B cannot be really edge guarded, especially if you space on the top of it too.
It is a bit of a give and take because he's not going to get those easy down Bs, which he got 2 of to get those downward spikes. But Roy in general has a lot more kill power. And I think this is a good switch because earlier when they were playing Link and Lucina, like they are both very good characters with great distance and easily tacking up percentage, but it did seem a bit lacking in kill power, especially against this double DDD.
Yeah, and right now, Leo doing a fantastic job doing space nair, Zaki not falling for it. But we're in a situation that both Sejun and Zaki are getting a lot of percent right now. They're getting juggled over and over. And nice edge guard by Sejun. Again, this is the second time that I've seen him go for that edge guard.
And we've been seeing this actually, I think that was the 3rd or 4th time I've been seeing that. And Sejun is very opportunistic player. He's been seeing those and catching those. And once again, like Zaki can being sent over by the inhale immediately to an air and another back air to get that kill. This is being pretty well for Ice Climbers. Oh, barely surviving that, but not quite.
Yeah, this is again similar situation to game 1 and game 2 with the opposite end that now Sejun and Zaki, the Ice Climbers, have a slight advantage, but Zaki loses stock with that high percent kill confirm. They're getting a juicy combo off of Sejun.
Oh my god, I'm hearing so many DDDs right now. This is killing me.
Yeah, high recovery, MkLeo tries to cover it and almost catches that DI trap because Raito was there, maybe expecting a combo, tries to DI away.
Okay, even with that switch to Roy, Sejun was able to survive that strong S smash coming out of MkLeo's Roy. So, despite everything, oh my god, with the DDDs.
Yeah.
But I can understand, like, this crowd should be getting hyped with these two.
Yeah. But we're in an opposite end of the situation. But that Gordo coming out, barely killing.
MkLeo&Raito are getting hit a lot by these stray Gordos, which is basically the game plan of the Ice Climbers, so it's working out for them. But at the same time, they're not getting killed by them because of their amazing DIs.
And that Gordo reflected off in combo situation right there from the throw. Okay, still living, just barely.
Barely, though. And Ice Climbers, Zaki and Sejun in that, once again, high percentage 3-stock situation.
And okay. All right. Oh, it's still living, though. But right now, this is a scary situation for Red Team because both of them are a high percent with 3 stocks. They get the stock against Roy, but this is not a... This is a little bit of a tough situation. Sejun and Zaki have to be very careful.
Like, in stocks, technically the stock lead is for the Ice Climbers, but it is only technically, and this is a very dangerous game for the Ice Climbers right now.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Sejun wants to see if he can try to get some kind of a cheese edge guard.
Yeah, he was definitely going for it, did not quite.
Oh, I thought he was gonna go for the up air there.
I did too, and
he had it, but just barely slow.
MkLeo with a nice roll to escape that situation.
And now things are looking a little bit difficult for Zaki.
Right. If he can pull this out, it'll be huge, but once again, these two players will easily be able to deal with a DDD in singles. If it's a 2v1, even easier. Of course, Zaki is definitely not an easy opponent to take down despite his character, but
yeah, doing a lot of good space forward tilts as well. Just kind of letting the opponent know, hey, get off me, man.
Right. All right, Zaki is trying his best to try to get this game, but
going deep. He wants that cheese. He wants that stock.
Okay, the worst thing you want to do if you're MkLeo&Raito is kill each other. That's like a freebie you give away. So that's why they're spacing each other out perfectly, and
that read right there too. He just gets it against Leo, and right now we're in a last stock situation.
Is this going to happen? Like, it very well could. Zaki and Raito probably play themselves each other a lot back in their hometown, and when they do that, it's probably going to be Raito playing his Duck Hunt, which is his probably best character.
Yeah.
Lucina is a strong secondary for anyone to have, but it is still a secondary.
Yeah, okay, goes for the insta ledge grab, but nice shield. Let's see what the follow-up is going to be. Air dodge? No,
Not
goes
quite.
for the double jump. I wonder if he wanted to go for that read again. Okay, gets the shield in time. The shield is a little bit lower for Zaki, so he has to be careful with the shield break.
All right, nice grabs coming in again.
Gordo coming out, just nice patience by Raito right there. Just for a regular grab, but it's barely off. And again, another edge guard situation.
And that's it! No, it's not! He's living!
Still living though.
But that will do it!
That edge guard again. This was a similar situation that he did on game 3 when Raito was on the right side recovering low and Zaki just calling that out.
Zaki got the 2v1 comeback against MkLeo&Raito. Of course, not playing their respective best characters to say, but still, that was an amazing performance, and they are still in this set.
Yes.
Game 5.
Game 5 scenario on winners semis, ladies and gentlemen. Zaki pulling it through, and now this is an opportunity. Of course, we have counter pick advantage for MkLeo&Raito, but MkLeo, I wonder if he's going to go for another switch or he's going to go for his tried and true characters. but MkLeo, I wonder if he's going to stick to Roy. He is going to go to Roy as well.
He wants to get a win on every single character he's been playing in this set. He got one with Link, he got one with Chrom, and he needs this one with Roy now.
Yeah, he definitely wants to prove himself that Roy is also a fun character. He does enjoy sword characters, noticing by his playthrough on Ultimate.
And now we are going to Pokemon Stadium. I would say home ground advantage for Sejun.
Definitely home ground advantage for Sejun. He definitely, not on the realms, he definitely knows every inch of the stadium as well.
Oh, right. But nice spike coming in from Leo. Immediately followed by a spike from Zaki.
Wow.
Two stocks erased just like that.
Yeah, 1 and 2 right there. Wow, good stuff for both of these teams, just immediately counter-attacking respectively. We're in a roughly even situation. Raito right now is at a slight high percent. I wonder if Zaki's going to try to call him on the edge guard situations again.
Nice inhales.
Tries to go for an inhale right there, but Raito just barely spacing it out and timing it as well.
Oh, and now the two swords are bullying up against Sejun. Both of them immediately going to one of them when they were both sent into an edge guard situation. And they're both Raito and Zaki got hit by strong attacks, but only one of them died, which is pretty huge of a situation going in.
And Sejun right now trying to see if he can get an inhale against Raito. A little bit of a tough situation for Sejun and Zaki, but MkLeo&Raito, they're both at high percent, so they could definitely net some good stocks right now.
Right. Oh, but Sejun does not quite get back from the deep down stage.
That is unfortunate, and now this is only going to extend the lead for MkLeo&Raito. They're trying to see if they can try to seal the game with the stocks that they could try to kind of get against them.
Yeah, once again, MkLeo&Raito both just immediately trying to gang up on Sejun.
Because MkLeo knows that Zaki's going to take his time recovering, so he wisely just switches over to double team on Sejun, and that's netting them really good positive netting right there.
Oh, but Sejun reversing that and getting the first stock out of Raito. That was actually just the first stock for Zaki.
Yeah, might have been an input error by Raito. I wonder if he wanted to do like an up air, but he accidentally did a back air where Zaki was not around.
And Zaki loses his second stock too, and this is looking very grim for the Ice Climbers right now.
MkLeo&Raito immediately stepping things up after that game 4. They were like, no, we're not going to give you any opportunities at all, and they're not playing.
And somehow Leo still survives that back air from 130-something percent. Finally gets hit by a down smash.
Okay. A little tough for Sejun right now.
Yeah, he's at 110%. He can't afford to lose a stock early. Maybe if they can get another stock out of Raito or even Leo to even stocks up, then they could try to go for another 2-in-1 situation, but that's not something that you want to go for.
Yeah. And I think MkLeo ideally wants to be the approacher and the aggressor because he knows that if he were to lose a stock, he has an extra stock. So having another extra stock by MkLeo is very definitely normal, but MkLeo losing the stock, going a little too deep in the edge guard. And right now we're in a situation where Zaki is alone, but at a very high percent. It's gonna look very tough now.
Yeah, but we have seen this before in just the previous game, so we'll have to see if Zaki can pull it out once more.
One good read on Raito's edge guard can definitely benefit Zaki.
Oh, this is looking tough though.
A low percent Leo is something that you have to fear. And you're right there, catches him falling down, and there we go. 3-2, MkLeo&Raito takes it over. Ice Climbers.
MkLeo&Raito proceeding to winners finals. Going to be facing up against Nipponjin. That was a very strong performance from the Ice Climbers though. It honestly could have gone either way.
Definitely could have gone either way. Oh man.